Oh, how do you guys feel right now? A little more, or?
I mean, I don't know personally. I'm always up for more of this for some reason.
Same.
But it has also been 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
do you want to keep streaming? We can do tabletop simulator.
No, I'm reaching my limit for streaming as well. Not just this. I mean, I want to play more of this. I want to show off more of this awfulness, but like, you know, this takes something out. You know, it's draining a little bit to stream for me because, you know, I'm putting on a performance. I'm, you know, being social as an introvert. You know how that goes. That whole shebang.
That's cool. That's good. You're well suited to play fan.
You take that back.
I know without asking that he's an introvert because he's an edgy main character. Did I guess right?
You take that back. Also, no. I have no idea where he falls on the introvert-extrovert scale.
Wait, he's not? He doesn't hate people?
He doesn't explicitly hate people. He just sort of wants free shit from them.
Feng is a lazy hedonist. Is about the
that's basically yeah.
This game has defied my expectations.
No, he's not a loner who lucks upon, you know, and becomes the hero because he's so good. No, they try to subvert that by making him a huge asshole.
Well, that's them not being generic then. So.
Except the lazy hedonist protagonist is also generic at this point in time.
Yeah, it's been done.
Recent stuff hasn't done it, but it's been a classic in anime for a long time, and it's also a classic in Western stuff too.
Like is this the whole world?
Yeah, this is the whole world. It's
no,
one.
This is the continent.
The central continent.
Where are the farms?
Good question. I guess maybe in these areas around here. I don't know.
The plains areas.
The geography here has a huge like resource production problem that is never ever explained.
Also, they built their city like really close to a volcano.
Well, to be fair, that's like that's like Hawaii. That's Vesuvius.
Oi!
Is it actively smoldering?
Okay, maybe not one like that.
But yeah, it's just that for me and Din in particular, we've seen these tropes frequently before, and this game purports to defy them, but fails to on just in a very offensive, a very offensive way too. It's very self-satisfied, which is just sort of makes you hate it.
It makes it kind of an anti-Lauren, because I don't think Lauren ever actually tried to be anything other than generic, but it sort of accidentally did a little bit, while still being overall generic.
No, this is trying to be a comedy game too, and also eat its cake by being an action anime at times, and inconsistently flitting back and forth. And the characters also inconsistently flit back and forth. It's a mess. It's just a hot anime mess.
Oh, that's an unfortunate phrase.
Yeah, it's also that kind of hot anime mess.
It's all kinds of hot anime mess.
But it's also like it wants to be that deep down, but it also it's the whole like Steam page thing is like, oh, it's an unconventional hero, and it's like, okay, one, sort of not really. Two, he has no redeeming qualities that aren't like borrowed anime tropes that fall flat. I mean, I could go on for hours and hours, and I don't think I could fully convey how this game offends me in my senses.
I'm gonna see if I can read the. Still can't.
I feel like I'm not qualified. This is like people commenting on medieval French literature or something.
Maybe. Maybe we're just too deep. Oh, you know what? Let's keep going for a little while.
Okay. I just
We have arrived.
the about this game is actually really short
You're so
and like
arrogant.
kind of doesn't say anything.
Always looking down on
Compared
us.
to the original Steam page.
Here's the original. Here's the about this game for Fairy Fencer F Dark Advent Force.
And I am so
Long ago, a war raged between two powerful deities. Each was sealed away, their weapons scattered throughout the world. Our hero in this RPG, Fang, happens upon one such weapon, and now he alone must choose which deity will awaken again.
Oh wow, they've completely given up on the comedy angle.
They sure have.
Of
Oh.
course he is. He did fall in
They
love
just
with
like
me.
cut out everything. There's there's a section below that about key features.
What are the key features?
There's no
1.
need to hide your
In the
feelings.
3 stories to play, friends become foes, foes become friends, and based on your choices, multiple endings can be unlocked.
Wait, fuck. It has 3 endings. That doesn't mean there's 3 stories. It means there's 1 story with 3 endings.
Yeah.
yeah.
But it feels
Customize weapons by fusing them with fairies, and change dungeon stats through world shaping. Even transform with the Fairy skill and become stronger in battle.
Wait. The customizing weapons basically comes down to the revival, which attaches a property to one of the swords, and 2, then just equipping a fairy on the loadout screen. So it's not.
What you choose changes stats in the dungeon too. When you
Yeah,
like, stick in the
that's
ground.
true. Okay.
Like, I'll give it credit on that end. That's kind of unique, but it
the
doesn't
world
change
the
that
world
much.
shaping is a little alright. Yeah.
But like overall, it is literally just like customizing armor slightly.
I
This-
want to play that game. The game that the guy who's writing that is playing. A game where you just make Steam descriptions for really generic games and make them sound more original.
3. With up to 6 party members on the battlefield at a time, you can play as all your favorite fencers.
So
And
you
the
can
last...
control multiple party members. That's a selling point.
Yes. Yeah. Well, the original was 3, so you could only play as 3 of the 6 party members at a time. Now you can play as all 6 at once.
I'm ready. Disappear. It's out.
And
We have now unlocked the combos.
And finally, from amateur to hell, choose the difficulty level that suits your style. As a key feature.
Bold.
Scalable.
Isn't that
difficulty.
also DLC?
No, I don't think that.
Disappear.
I don't think that's DLC. It wasn't in the original game though. The original game didn't have any difficulty.
Why are you beating up these Pokemon?
Executing shoot.
Because
Hell.
that's what the game demands. On the plus side, this is also a new level, I think.
Yeah, this is a new dungeon asset.
Oh yeah. One of the things that happened during my playthrough of this was we discovered by about the 4th dungeon that they had only made 4 dungeon models,
Fighting.
and they
Are
just
they
like
at least enormous?
no.
No, they're pretty average sized.
You can get through any dungeon like floor, quote unquote, in like 5 minutes.
Most. Yeah.
So Dragon Age 2 problem.
Yeah.
Worse, so much worse than. I mean, God, I played through Dragon Age 2 multiple times. I enjoyed that more than.
Yeah, so did I, but God.
I can't
There's-
walk
there's
over this
also-
slight ledge.
There's also more to do in Dragon Age.
Yeah, Dragon Age 2 was a good game.
Yeah. Yeah,
Again-
recycled, but yeah.
Again, I don't think Fairy Fencer F is like a terrible game.
The worst game ever of all time. No.
I just I think it's average. I just think it has a lot of like the problems with it are very like this is how you do a bad RPG kind of thing.
As of 2017, it has become impossible to like define like the bottom has gone so far. The bottom is like at a quantum state right now. Like even Ride to Hell is better than thousands of games that
Yeah.
have been made now.
Yeah.
Like it's impossible to find the bottom of the barrel anymore. So like you can't say this is the worst game ever.
No.
It's just not possible for a human to know that.
That said, we can still find the things that offend us for reasons.
For personal reasons.
Yeah.
The things that get the rise out of us.
Get under our skin. two things came to mind when you said that description, Lovenought. One, a computer, like, since it's not humanly definable, a computer doing the defining and subsequently making the worst game ever. Which, you know what, I would probably play the hell out of.
I don't know, what is the worst game? Is it just not a game? It's like that game where you sip a soda where you look at, like, these one polygon rocks.
I think
that's already been made.
I think, honestly, like, some of the worst games are games that sucker you into thinking that, oh, there's some gameplay I recognize here, and then they just sort of defy them and defy you in a very aggressive way.
Yeah.
Like, the games that go out of their way to really screw with you.
By the by, the combat system is less like Final Fantasy and more like Eternal Sonata. But somehow worse than that.
How many tutorials I lost in those 15 minutes I was out? I'm gonna guess it's at least 6.
6 is probably a
Conservative.
low ball in it. But yeah, you missed a few. You missed it 3 in a row from combos.
My turn. It's all over. Was that it?
Yeah.
At least it looks like the combat is quick and easy. I mean, that's the best thing you can do.
I'm using this. I'm using the skip function. I'm using the skip button
There's a skip button
because
in the
it's
game
so
to-
over animated.
Show him Fair Rising.
I don't think my tension gauge is up yet.
No, he won't be able to get enough tension until he hits a boss fight.
What, like dramatic tension?
My turn.
Yeah,
There's a little gauge up on the character portraits.
Yeah.
It's how anxious the character is.
No.
It's just like how much combat they've done. It raises your physical attack to have it higher. And at a certain point, you can fair eyes.
Yeah, I know. I'm just making fun of it being called tension.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's, like, actually surprisingly common. Like, a lot of fighting games call it a tension meter. Everything is, like, all of the audio is stacking.
I could see myself playing this for like 100 hours in like 2004.
It's a at the very least it's a game you can lose yourself in because it just occupies that in the gameplay it occupies that sort of surrender space.
Do stuff, make the numbers bigger. It's very Skinner boxy. Also, if you were playing the game in 2004, you would be a time traveler.
No, what I mean is, it reminds me of like when I was young. I didn't have 500 games.
No, I understand.
Oh yeah, we all had the game that sucked, but we played it a bunch anyway because it was good
Yeah,
enough.
I could see this being, if I didn't know better, younger me could get names.
I don't think I had a game like that.
My turn.
I don't know. I've rented most of my games. That's probably why.
I was really lucky. I had like KOTOR and stuff to just replay over and over.
I bought
KOTOR and Halo 1.
I'm not gonna lie. This is a probably a controversial opinion, but I didn't like KOTOR.
It has some problems.
Like
What?
I
Because it
don't
was
know.
too generic?
No. It's I've tried to replay it and I find that I just I think the extended sequence on what's even the first planet called?
The one that gets obliterated? Taurus,
Yeah. It just
And
drags
then you
on.
go to Dantooine and you're railroaded for a bit longer there.
Yeah, it takes so long to get to the good bits.
My like I honestly had trouble getting used to the combat because at that point I had played you know platformers and action-based games where everything happened immediately. And KOTOR didn't do combat like that, and so I was very confused and not having a lot of fun. Like I've read like the plots and stuff for KOTOR, and I think that's cool. I just
Who could be
didn't
watching
enjoy actually playing the game.
Kill.
Right, did this character show up this early?
Well, nope, no, she did not.
Hello, this is Ethel.
She did not
And
show
I
up for
prefer
another like
partner Karin.
4 dungeons.
Yeah. They've they've shuffled the deck a bit.
They have.
What do you mean? Is this like the exact same plot as the first game?
It's
This is a
remaster.
remaster. It's not a sequel. This is a remaster of the
It's
original
not?
game. No.
What?
No.
What?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you're fencers, acting all lovey-dovey.
They made this game on like a budget, like on a really low budget for.
I thought I was playing in the sequel.
No.
I hate
No,
jackasses
this
with
is-
nothing but
this
love
is-
on the brain. Just die
Yeah, this
already.
is the same game that was really originally released, but they've used a
Updated.
bigger budget to update it, yeah. And apparently, fiddle with the story a bit, or at least order of events.
I mean, they did add new dungeons. They were like, oh god, we gotta add plot to this.
I can't get over how
Besides, I don't need
conservative
some
it
weird
is.
girl
Can you
telling me to
rewind
kill.
a bit? Is that
I think I
possible?
can handle that.
Not for him, but you can
'Cause
rewind on the
there was
screen.
the Fox Fairy and then the Dark Brotherhood Assassin Lady. They were both completely covered. They were both
On my
wearing
own, thank you
so many
very much.
clothes. I just can't. Is this? You keep saying this is an anime game, and I.
Well, that's because you
Can't
can't see below the
reconcile.
waist, and subsequently, the hooded assassin girl's complete like
Kill,
her
kill,
skirt is so high you can
kill,
see her
kill,
panties.
kill.
So
Is that real?
Apple
Yes.
fry.
Yeah.
No, I'm not telling you.
Really?
to
later
kill.
she wears a bunny
Yeah.
I'm
hood.
telling you, I'm gonna kill you.
It's not a joke.
No.
No.
Oh,
No.
I get it. But why does she just keep saying
It wasn't a random field. It was after
Who
you
was
got
it
galled
ask such rude
as part of your
questions,
party.
Faye?
It was the tornado
I'm sure she
thing,
has
and
a
then she
very
dies,
deep and
and then she
meaningful
comes back
reason
because
for
you
it.
time traveled.
Otherwise,
And then she joins your
would
party
never
because
speak in such an
reasons?
embarrassing way. Please, leave her be.
Why do I remember this so well?
It is pretty embarrassing,
You,
for sure.
you 100 completed
idea what a reason-
this?
I did not 100%
Okay,
complete it.
98.
Oh, well.
I don't know what
the reason
percentage it
Apple
is,
speaks
but I
like
still have
this
to
is
do.
because she's too shy to speak
Like, if I
You
still,
did New Game Plus.
Yeah, but that was
You-
so I could do all the endings for you guys. But because of the achievement stuff, I still have a lot more to do. I just haven't had it in me.
Like a normal person. Can you try explaining it again and help us understand?
Like, okay, Lovenought,
How does his hair stand up like that?
anime.
Okay, you were saying?
It's like it's not super offensive yet, but it goes downhill from here slowly. Like the plot twists get more convoluted and insane, and character motivations get wildly scattershot, and the sort of objectification gets steadily worse and worse.
Yeah. There,
Like it's a slow slide.
What if this
And-
is just it? What if it's just like a big art piece and it's actually about the decline of anime as a medium?
No.
And you just aren't clever
No.
enough with it.
No.
That would
No.
require a payoff. That would require a payoff.
having
What the hell just
knowing
happened?
this company, no, they're just cashing in on all the things that people like.
Cashing in on all the anime waifu nerds.
Well, what if you just pretend that it's an art piece?
I can't.
In my heart of hearts, I wish I could, but I cannot.
I'm too busy examining what the game is.
Because I think the thing is, even if it was an art piece, I still wouldn't like it.
Yeah, no, it'd be a really crappy art piece. It'd be like you'd have to stand in front of a painting for about 120 hours in order to appreciate it. It's like it's a crappy anime Photoshop.
I just had this. I'm just picturing that quote in my head of like, you need 10,000 hours to get. And I'm just sitting here going, I don't want to spend 10,000 hours to learn how to appreciate this game.
Stay down. That was nuts.
I'm
Like,
too
it-
busy looking at the cute girl who just says kill.
Honestly, like, first impressions on that character are pretty strong, because, like, I want to kill these characters. And I'm like, yeah, so do I.
Yeah. And then, of course, that whole excuse they just had about like why she talks like that turns out to be bullshit. Because of course it does.
Oh, right, yeah. It's not even a good reason.
No. It's all crap.
Wow, it's both overly complicated and doesn't mean anything.
I feel like one of the examples of like, hey, the motivations don't work is that Fang has this like consistent line that's supposed to be like a running theme of nobody decides my destiny but me, except for the fact that Fang is an entirely reactionary character who literally gets pushed around into everything he does.
One of those ineffectual characters who cannot make a goddamn decision on his own to save his life.
Which I think is supposed, like, I feel like that's supposed to be because you as the player are supposed to be Fang and you're not making the decisions at that point.
It's supposed to be wacky, you're getting dragged along for comedy, but then they try to make him an anime hero.
Which just raises even more questions about the design process.
The design process was anime. We watched a lot of anime.
I don't even know that they watched a lot.
Like, seriously.
Well, I mean, if they're Japanese, they don't need to have watched a lot. They would have just passively soaked it in from living in Japan. Like,
Yeah.
I could make a generic Western TV show like, without specifically watching anything to get prepared. Just
Probably.
Similar little tropes.
Yeah. That's all in like the Western canon. I feel like Neek's correct in the except for the plot. Oh, no, he's talking about Draco's sentence. Nobody decides my fate but me except if you offer me a meal, or except for the plot. But I feel like the process was very dartboardy.
Oh my. My turn. It's
It looks
not
so bored in that picture when it said level 3.
He
Like
looks
that,
bored-
there, see? Regular
yes.
level 2.
The thing is, that's his default picture.
It's like he's getting his photo taken for his school ID card.
it's his trip to the DMV.
A new power.
Meanwhile, everyone else looks like, you know, I'm kind of happy to be here.
I'm quirky, I'm tilting my head off to the side because I'm a anime girl.
Yes.
There's a gothic Lolita maid.
Gothic Lolita made masochist.
Oh, right. You missed the obvious
Her
like throwaway reference, like throwaway like character building line about how she's mysteriously excited by being abused.
verbally abused.
That's
Yeah.
more like the anime I remember.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's like her opening scene is poisoning you, taking a sword from you, and then when you quote unquote complain in her general direction, she gets excited.
Does she make all really uncomfortable noises? Like,
No.
that make you uncomfortable?
She starts blushing and like
For making me
her
look
voice gets
stupid.
breathy,
You're
but
deader
like
than
there's no
dead now,
weird
so I hope
noises.
you're ready.
No weird
That's what
Japanese
Ethel
squeals.
just said.
Well, it's in English, so.
Even if it's
Yeah, masochists sure are funny. It'd be more interesting if it weren't so milquetoast.
It's like the worst form of masochism.
Yeah, true. That's also true. It's being mildly humiliated and suddenly, oh, I'm aroused.
It's like it's being mildly humiliated by a stranger you just utterly humiliated. Like, the dynamic is just very off.
Well, she says, didn't I just tell you I want you to die? You know, Ethel, you should try speaking more like a proper lady. You have such an adorable face. It's a real shame.
The way she talks is the least of her problems. I mean, threatening to kill us.
Oh, right,
You shouldn't
also,
say stuff like that, even as a
Karen's
joke.
weird, like,
I think you need to go back to
relationship
school.
with Ethel,
Communication 101,
where
you
she's
know?
like, I'm like a sister, but I also have feelings.
Bang! Look out!
What feelings for her?
Huey?
Like,
Turn.
there's in the intro that happens if you wait too long on the main menu, Karen gropes Ethel in like one of the like flying by scenes.
My turn. Disappear.
Oh, I guess she's dying in a
That's more
cave this
anime
time. Yes, that is very anime. It's also like a weird sort of.
My turn. Disappear.
I don't want to say it's a common Japanese thing. It's a common trope, but I don't know exactly how common it is in anime. Like the sisterly.
It's common enough.
Sisterly
Nice
grouping.
I can't stop
I
now.
know it's a problem
You
in.
mean the schoolgirl lesbian trope?
No, not the schoolgirl lesbian trope, but the like, just in general, where it's like girls fondling each other's breasts for some reason.
Shooting star.
Like I don't know.
Kill.
I don't actually remember
As
saying
a
that. I don't know.
as a white male,
My turn.
as a white male, I don't understand it. But I don't like. I know that the train groping thing is a common problem, but I don't know how much that is a thing at like
Shooting star.
schools.
I don't want to kill her too fast because
Not yet.
I want to.
You want a fair eyes?
Yeah.
I think you might actually be able to do.
Yeah.
Hey,
Here.
it's just unfortunate that you're almost dead. Doesn't Tiara have healing magic?
Oh yeah.
This is looking awful tactical to me.
It's
It looks tactical, but it's not. You're just moving around and using your skills in a radial. Like, the only tactic that comes up is if they move sort of outside your radius, but you can move so far and upgrade your range, so that doesn't matter. It's a non-factor.
Not to mention the arena itself is only so big, as demonstrated by the fact that currently it's what you can see is an oval shape because you're so scrunched up against everything.
All right, it's time.
Do it! Metamorphosize your life! Unleash the hell inside!
Fair Eyes transformation complete.
If you just started singing that, I wouldn't know
My
if
turn.
it's from Shadowed Hedgehog or from this game.
Yeah.
It's true.
Like if you start singing,
And now, Tiara's Fair Eyes.
Yeah.
Also stabbing herself in the stomach.
Still not as dumb as the gauntlet.
Transformation complete.
Indeed.
No, hers is in the chest.
Stay down. This we pulled it off. Hey, what gives? Attacking us out of nowhere like that.
No,
The music didn't change because it was a boss.
Yeah.
It's your own
Except,
fault,
like, it
really.
only changes
You were poking
during
at
boss
Ethel's
fights
most sensitive
when it's
emotional
not a,
weakness.
like, storyline important one.
That's no excuse.
She's a fencer as well. She must be after the sphere. It's completely common for fencers to
You were
battle it out
poking
with
her
spheres.
sensitive emotional weakness. Really?
Kill.
She has been threatening killing us this entire time.
wait, stop. Why did the top row of sentences stop just like halfway across the screen and then continue on the bottom? Why doesn't it use the whole top row?
Because that makes too much
I don't
sense.
give a crap about
Because
All I
style!
want to do is destroy.
Or
don't know.
because, I don't know, when they spaced this out for... I'm guessing that the carriage returns are built into the text. And
Yeah.
previously there was not as much space.
That is what Ethel just said.
So they just stretched the text box out without changing anything
Why would
else.
you want to do that?
I don't know, because the,
Because
That's
how you
Occam's
do it.
razor to me.
I feel like you can get across,
Kill,
like,
kill. I'm
I
sorry.
feel like you can get across
shouldn't have
more in
said that.
Japanese text.
That's
Sometimes.
two.
Anyway,
Well-
let's retreat
Sometimes.
for now, Ethel. I'm afraid they
It
have us at a
doesn't seem like in
disadvantage.
this case it
Yeah.
would be
Farewell,
the,
everyone. Until we meet again.
I like how we can see our
She
eyebrows
started
underneath
off
that
weird
hair.
and just went nuts
Yeah.
from there.
That's anime.
That's one of those weird things of like, I mean, Western animation does it where the eyebrows just float completely above the head. So, that's a weird
The only
thing. That's
Western
like just,
animation I watch is freaking mainstream Western animation would be Ruby lately.
That is
Ruby kind of mixes a lot of anime tropes with
Western tropes.
It's really a hybrid.
Yeah.
In sort of
also
trope sources.
On that note, they're actually making a new series, a mecha series.
Rooster Teeth is?
Yeah, it was announced at RTX. Gray Haddock is the director of it.
I don't know who that is, but neat.
He's the voice of Torchwick, and also head of animation.
Okay.
Is that why they killed... Oh, oops, I didn't mean to... Fuck. Sorry, damn, I know... Fuck.
Good job. You win.
Spoilers, I guess.
That's terrible.
We've been basically spoiling this entire game.
But nobody cares about this game.
That's true.
Exactly.
Maybe that's why...
You were just looking for an interesting plot point to get out there. I understand.
No, I was just trying to say, maybe if he's directing that...
There might be a
Explain
connection
what's
there
saying
between
about
the thing that happened in the show, yeah.
Yeah, possibly. I don't know.
Sorry.
Usually
I
people
was just
can...
kidding around.
Huh?
Usually people can manage both because the voice acting doesn't take
Yeah.
Now
that
I'm
much
around,
time.
I'm like this around Lola too. Are you always?
I say this as a voice actor.
You've got some nerve calling someone stupidly serious after deceiving them. Once we
I actually
set
did
off
get to
on
audition
today's
for
theory
Ruby.
search,
That was
I'll
cool.
make sure you pay for your sin of toying with my emotions.
Didn't get it, obviously, or I'd be
it was
talking.
just all the crew they had already.
Hmm?
I thought they just used the core team they had already.
Oh, they do, but they're always pulling in new people.
Like, I mean, they got Vic Mignogna involved as well.
Yeah, they've been pulling from Funimation's pool
I'm ready.
and just general Texas voice actors.
Disappear!
Let's do this.
Oh, I just realized the cave is reusing this. It's like this texture.
Wow, it's one rock texture, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
I like how we don't have anything to talk about until something in the game prompts us to talk about other media.
Yeah, it's kind of like sometimes you just have to sit and soak it in. Otherwise, you go crazy. Also, it's been a really long day for me.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's happening. Spud reads really fast, so this is just...
I just stopped caring. I've been in this for 3 hours. I've just stopped caring.
This is just colors and lights moving around.
That's kind of how the game ends up functioning. It's honestly, you're not missing anything.
Oh yeah, Masochist and Tsundere. How great. Yep.
Oh yeah. That fairy looks like Ocean Man takes him. Looks like Ocean Man take him by the hand. He looks like he's from
Hey,
Fairy.
so those Yu-Gi-Oh cards are actually fairies.
Yes.
Yep.
Those are the various fairies, and they all have different.
Not non-character fairies, basically.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I said 6 earlier. There are 7 characters that you can play, and I think 8 in this updated version.
A rumor, huh? That's a secret.
Actually, does it count as an anime? I actually watched an LP of what was that? Sort of World War II.
Valkyria Chronicles?
Valkyria Chronicles, yeah. That was basically like watching an anime.
Yeah, and it's got some tropes in it, but as much as it kind of annoyed as much as it kind of annoyed me when I played it, it's actually pretty good.
Yes,
It's doing something different, and the characters are more consistent.
Plus, it's a Japanese take on World War II, which we don't get a lot.
Yeah, I actually found a old magazine, Old Game Informer, when I was cleaning up my room last week, that was talking about the release of it on the PS2.
Wow.
It's that old? I thought it was a
Also-
PS3 game.
Also found one that was from 2004, talking about how the the PSP was coming out, they finally had the specs for it, and the Game Boy Advance SP was leading the market.
And then the DS crushed everything. But yeah, Yoshi, welcome.
Wait.
And yes, they did go and remaster this game.
He's a fencer? What is that? Is that like an order?
Fencer.
Is he a
Anyone
witcher?
who can utilize the Furies, which are the names of the swords that have the fairies in them, is a fencer. Like, that's all it really means.
What happens if you can't? Do you just die when you pick it up?
You
No,
become a regular person with a
You
sword.
just can't pick it up.
It's like Captain. It's like Thor's hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a worthy thing. You can't.
So the
can't-
fairies judge, and if they don't like you, they don't let you pick them up.
Some
Basically.
different people can use furries, other people can't. It's a thing, I guess.
I don't know, maybe it's a like, hey, you're evil enough for the Vile God, or hey, you're good enough for the Goddess, I guess. We'll take anybody we can get.
Clearly.
Who's this incredibly handsome bartender?
Guillermo!
Guillermo.
He offers missions later, which I'm sure you'll get a tutorial about. Oh, and they still and they haven't given you synthesis yet, so that'll be fun.
Oh, right, yeah. Alright. What's our haul from that?
Oh, did I mention? Yeah, another anime I've watched. I watched Death Note.
Good series. I'm actually looking forward to.
I think I'm up to like 5 or 6. I only said 2 at the beginning.
Oh, yeah, that's, I mean, a respectable number. It's, you know, Sturgeon's Law, 90% of it's crap.
90% of it might be okay, but I don't like feeling like a pedophile. It's more to the point, like I'm sure there was good, like, plots and stuff underneath it all, but I just can't start trying to watch other anime.
No, I get you.
I'll admit I'm only half paying attention to what's going on in the game because of just how it is.
I'm gone.
I mean, you're dealing with a Cold War, so it's fine.
Oh no, I actually stopped playing that after completing the mission. I've been just picking up all the various guilds in Final Fantasy
Wait.
14.
You're gone, maybe? What do you mean?
No.
Have you achieved Zen? Are you just acting without conscious thought?
Maybe.
This game is a meditation tool, allows the obliteration of consciousness.
I will absolutely 100% agree with that opinion. Having sunk 70 hours into the original, I can say with 100% certainty that yes, this is a tool that detonates
This could be a
your
Buddhist
conscience.
meditation tool.
Yeah, you have to get certain things first. Which is annoying as all hell. Fairy Fencer F. Achieve Zen. Man.
And yeah, they aren't very picky. They chose Fang.
So what's his real name?
That
Fang.
is his real name.
Yeah, but like the name his mother gave him.
Fang,
Fang.
apparently.
He doesn't have a second name?
No.
Nope.
We never learn it. It never matters.
I believe there's one character in this who has a last name that we've heard. And that's Sherman. So, we've got Fang, Tiara, Harley, Galdo, Apollonius, Pippin, Lola, and...
I have a question about gameplay. I don't understand. You're putting these swords in. Where are you getting them from? Do you get a new sword at the end of each dungeon?
Yeah, that's what we've been doing so far. We've been going to the dungeons to find these Furies.
When you get one of the fairy cards, you also get one of the swords.
And that lets you unlock another dungeon. So the entire game is just going through dungeons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Until the plot decides you've done enough dungeons to get some more visual novel parts.
Yes. The swords change how the dungeon awards EXP and stuff. And you have to put in so many into the ground to unlock a certain tower level, which comes up a few times. Yeah.
This seems really lazy.
It is really lazy.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. It's a lazily... just a lazy game in so many ways.
And the only character that we know has a last name is Sherman Shalancer.
Sherman Shalancer the Fencer.
Which I can't tell is it's got to be like one of those triple layered puns.
Also, the naming. No, there's no consistent language source for the names in this game. There's Guillermo and then there's Tomoe in the same town.
I mean, yeah. Yes, there is. And all right next to the Dorfa Corporation, which is probably German, I guess?
Also, why is there...
I mean, if they're trying to make it like anime, that makes sense. Because, the animes I watched have all kinds of names. But it's because,
You've watched good anime!
Yeah.
Code Geass and stuff. The main characters, they're in Japan, sure, but they're from...
There's a reason for that, though. There's a reason for the cultural crossover, because there was a freaking occupation going on. Yeah. No such establishment is done here. It's just... they're just picked out of a hat, these names, because they sounded the most market appealing.
Yeah, Yoshi says, from what I remember, there was some character in the game with a weird accent. Can't remember who it is, though. That would be Galdo, and he has a Canadian accent.
Honestly,
right, Galdo.
I can't complain about this, because sometimes when I'm playing cheap RPGs where they don't have voice acting, what was it? Can't remember the name, but anyway, there was one character. She was like a scrawny orphan, so I just gave her a Cockney accent. And I wasn't reading any other voice in the entire game in that kind of accent. There was just this one character, I read her lines in that accent. So I do that myself mentally already, so I can't complain with the game.
Fair enough. It's just one item on a long list of, why.
It's weird because the implication there is that in the Japanese version he talks with a Kansai Ben accent, which is like the stereotypical hick sort of accent.
The idiot from Osaka is the trope result, and it's generally a southern accent.
Yeah, they generally do a southern accent in the U.S., but a Canadian accent also fits because Canada also has portions that are very
Galdo might actually be one of the better characters, now that I'm thinking about it.
He is!
He doesn't get a lot of screen time, though.
Yeah. Bubbles, he's using
which
Twitch.
Is the
hitbox
primary
is
chat
more
they're
for
using?
streaming stuff.
Chat wants to know.
Yeah, Twitch is the primary channel. Hitbox I'm using for side streaming so that people in the call can hear audio, albeit at a delay.
If they want to.
So yeah, this is where I'm streaming primarily now, Twitch. Twitch.tv/Newbiespud plug, there we go. Anyway, we're now starting to push 3 hours. It's close to my little brother's bedtime, so I have to call it a night, yeah.
Why don't you just let him play it? How old is he?
Oh god, no. First of all, no. Second of all, he's 11.
That seems like he could go through the whole thing for you then.
Except for the word bitch, so far.
Honestly, I said it before, but I could absolutely see myself 100% in this game. It's the only game I got for Christmas, and
Yeah, it's... But the story and the writing especially, you have to understand that's the angle that really gets to me throughout this game, is the writing is...
Yeah, but if you're young, you won't know any of the tropes to be offended.
That's not an excuse anymore.
We have the internet now.
But, I mean... It's not bad writing by like a child standards either. This is bad writing by adults and committees.
Yeah.
Bad lazy writing. That is what offends me about this game over the fullness of its plot. So bear with me on that because I'm coming from a very particular place. Anyway,
I for one can't wait for more. As the old thing said, Fair Rising never looked so good.
The original Steam
God,
page.
So wait. So what? Did it look like a PlayStation 1 game before?
I mean,
it
he's
looks,
also streaming at 1280 with 720.
This is an improvement. So mostly textures and after like post processing effects.
Look like a fucking PS game.
Yep.
PS2 game.
Yep. Anyway, that's where we're going to call it for tonight. Next week then, Din, or what do you think?
I would be absolutely down for next week. And I'd be able to do it earlier in the day, too.
Awesome. I think we'll make that a thing then.
Cool.
All right.
Hop in if I'm there.
Yeah.
Yoshi, go play Disgaea. It's good. It's even on Steam.
Play better games.
You'll have... Next time, it'll be like a few random other people. You'll have to explain this game like 7 times.
It'll be going up on YouTube like tomorrow, so there'll be time.
No one's gonna watch that.
I know. Good night, everybody.
Who uses YouTube?
Good night.
Good night.
No one watches my content. Good night.
That's a lie.
Even less watch mine.
Well, but I mean, you know.